I went through a period of getting the dates, but not being able to secure the deal. Not being able to smash, in other words. And this bothered me for a while in trying to understand what was happening, or what I assumed I was doing wrong. You see, I came to a realization of missed opportunities. It's not that I was not getting any play. No, I had been given the play. I had just not followed through in the way I should have followed through. I will try to make this make sense the best I can. You see, the way I carried myself after I had gotten the number, the DM, the contact, the response in other words, for the date or the meetup, I always looked at those in the wrong way. There are a few factors I did not pay attention to. 1, her intentions when she met me. 2, what she assumed my intentions were. 3, my approach. You see, some men are confused when they have money, they have a good job, they're in shape, and they still find it difficult to get a woman. There is a 4th dimension to add to that, and that is also you, the way you carry yourself. It's a sense of being confident and being competent at the same time. You might be an arsehole, but you're not ridiculous, if that makes sense. You're still competent, if that makes sense. So while I was there, always trying to get to know them, in the pursuit of, obviously, I want to get to know more about her. Whereas that was my focus, I had spent too much time focused on that, and not enough time focused on getting to the point of why I wanted to see her in the first place. Now, when I say understanding the intentions of women, it was understanding how they saw me and what they wanted from me. Yes, my financial situation played a part. Yes, how sexually attractive I was played a part. Yes, my character and how confident, i.e. my swagger, played a part. But also my pursuit in whether I was trying to smash her or talk her to death. I kept on stumbling because I kept on trying to be the gentleman and the nice guy, to try to get to know her, when really I just wanted to smash her. I was just wasting time till I done that. But what I realized is, the longer I kept on doing that, the more of a barrier I kept on putting up between me and her. Because I kept overthinking into what women are thinking. I kept overthinking that, assuming they were thinking far more than they actually were. It was a sense of is it or is it not, really. Not a sense of showing off as to how deep and spectacular my mind is and can be. It was a sense of how much attention I was going to show her, how much affection, how much desire, how much I was going to give her to work with. You see, because if I did not give her anything to work with, it confused her. They did not know what to do. Because yes, they wanted me sexually, but I was delaying that for some reason, and they would overthink things because I was making them overthink things. You see, because I realized a lot of things, I put them to the test, in other words. So I said, okay, I get that. Let me get straight to the point, and then do that afterwards. And yes, of course, it worked and it made sense. I was no longer trying to be the gentleman and the nice guy to pretend I wanted more than I wanted. I wanted to smash. Yes, of course. Yes, things can be spoken about, but it was a sense of just getting to the point, as I did. I was not trying to beat around the bush, make jokes, have banter, but get straight to the point. not beat around the bush. I stopped taking women as more intelligent than I assumed they were and just started seeing them as incredibly needy, wanty, hypergamous sexual creatures. And they are. They love the attention. They need time, energy, and effort from others. And they are incredibly sexual creatures. It's how you approach those things, how you understand and are aware of those things. You see, as time went along, I started to open my eyes, to say, as if I had put on a pair of glasses from They Live, and I started to notice and see far more things. I started to see how women reacted to me and how they saw me. I started to understand more what these individual women's focus was more based on, was more focused on, was more locked on. Then I was able to manipulate that. I was able to almost focus it because I could see what was coming. You see, a lot of men think understanding women is a complicated thing. You could say each individual woman is different. But if you understand core factors of the nature of women, you will have a better understanding. Women will always be erratic. That part, they will always be erratic. But if you understand, yes, they are erratic and can be incredibly illogical. They are good at pretending. And if you understand not to let them ever have any power over you, to never let them control you or dominate you, you can have an abundance of power and control over them, mentally, physically, and sexually. Not in a bad way, but just in a sense of being dominant over them, you being the man, you not being afraid to be who you are, being confident within yourself, not focusing on them. You see, there are prime things to do to make things easier for you if you want to be dating tons of women. Have your finances in check, have your body in shape, have your focus in check, to not praise them and put them on a pedestal. Be confident in who you are and how you carry yourself, and be that genuine and not fake. You would have less of a problem. Having the things is one thing. How you carry yourself is very important. Because even without those things, you could still do miracles with these women. If you understand how to carry yourself, you have the gift of the gab, to say. You can do many things. But you see, the more I understood them, the more bored I became. Because then it was no longer so much of a challenge, it was actually kind of boring, because I understood how to react, per se. No, it may not work 100% of the time, but you get the drift. You get the flow. You understand it. You see more and acknowledge more. And it became incredibly boring. The effect was it created women that became incredibly addicted to me. And then I had struggles getting rid of them. They would not leave me alone. Because I was not treating them like other men, but also I was giving them what other men wasn't giving them. I understood controlling them sexually was a powerful thing, and it is a powerful thing. But I also made sure I remained the dominant one, the one that was in charge and is in charge. Those are actually very simple things once you understand them. The more you understand them, the more they make sense, and personally for me, I became incredibly bored and realized my desires lie on far more things than just chasing and hustling women, trying to bag as many as I could. As time went along, the bragging rights became more and more boring, and it was a sense of just getting one out when I needed to. It was not a sense of I am chasing to find my new wife, my new girlfriend. It was just a sense of bust and move, bust and move. 'Cause I always see there is far more important things to focus on. I have far more important things to focus on, and I think they are stunning and beautiful, and I appreciate all the support I get for them. Every single day I understand more and more, because I feel more and more, I see more and more, thus I know more and more. The world is yours. Have a nice day.